Welcome to Genesis Learning. I'm your trainer, Noel. Today we are going to talk about the PT listening and the task called as write from dictation. Whether you are a native speaker or a non-native speaker, the PT listening is one of the most easiest tasks and it is easy to crack. Today I will be sharing some of my top tips that will help you to get that fantastic score in this particular task. Let's start learning. Alright, so the write from dictation, what happens is basically you have to listen to a short sentence and you have to type it into that screen that you have right in front of you. As simple as that, right? What happens, what is the timing, how many tasks you will get, everything has been done in a different video. Please do check it out. So let's jump straight into the different tips. The first one is, please don't listen and write simultaneously. Listen first, and while you are at it, focus should be on understanding the meaning of the sentence rather than memorizing the words. There is no time limit specified for answering the questions separately. This simply means that you can focus on one thing at a time. One of the biggest mistakes that students make while they are appearing for the exam is to type and listen together. Please try to do one thing at a time. You may be a good typist, but it is not a good idea to test it during the exam. So I would suggest try to write it on your erasable notepad and then type it out. The next is avoid unnecessary note-taking. Please, for this particular task, you don't have to write word for word in your note-taking because it's just a quick sentence. So try to use short forms when you are taking down notes. That brings me to my third point, which means to take notes in a better manner. You can use your own choice of abbreviations. Note that the first 3 letters of every word you hear is more than enough for you. The main idea is to write enough to be able to kickstart your memory to type out the right sentence. So be sure to write as clearly as possible so that you don't have to waste time attempting to understand what you have written during the notes. The next one that you can do is improve on your spelling. Increase your reading in English. Read books or newspapers or any kind of literature that is available to you. To improve your spelling, you can start writing about, suppose your daily experiences. This way you will learn about more words and adapt your mind to write the correct spellings. Before I jump on to my next point, if you're getting some value out of this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Let's move on. And the 5th point is improve your listening. To improve your listening skills, one of the best ways is to listen to something. And that's something I mean podcast. Watching videos or trying to just listen to somebody saying something is not always the best tactic that you can apply. When you reach a certain level, challenge yourself. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Podcasts are very good. You can get different topics from a very beginner level all the way to an advanced level. Listen to these podcasts, especially whatever you like. The next is grammar. Check for grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. Every sentence in your response, especially in this particular task, which is to write from dictation, should begin with a capital letter. And it should end with a full stop. No other punctuation marks are required. Please avoid introducing things like prepositions or articles because they are not needed. The next one is please put all the words in the correct order. Even if you manage to get all the words right, you might lose out on your marks if the correct sequence is not followed. Don't let that happen to you. Don't lose your marks by not following the correct sequence of words. Make sure that whatever you write makes sense before you hitting the next key. Before I jump on to my next point, if you are not a member of our channel yet, please feel free to join us by hitting that subscribe button. Let's move on to our next point, which is avoid skipping questions. If you are unable to recall all the parts of the sentence, it's okay, no problem. Type as many words accurately as you can. Remember one thing, this task does not have any negative marking, which means to say, even if you get a fraction or a tiny part of that sentence correct, you will still get some mark. Sometimes guesswork can actually help you. The next point is to review. Make sure that you don't forget to click that next. Remember that the next item does not start until you click the next button at the bottom of the screen. After you review your answer, whatever you've typed, hit the next button. And the last one is practice. Take as many tests as you can. You can actually use some of the texts that are provided on the PTE official website. Avoid using too much of free material because they might actually change your text experience. So if you are finding something easy or hard with a free examination, then for the main examination it can be something different. Before I wind my video, I've got a bonus tip for you, and it is try to understand the meaning of the sentence. Just focus on typing without understanding or taking notes without understanding is not going to help. Try to understand the meaning of the sentence, because if you do that, then towards the end you can come back and see that you have typed out what you have written, which means to say, if your sentence makes sense, then you are moving in the correct direction. I hope you found these small little tips useful. As great as they are, they only work if you actually apply them. You have to commit to studying for the PT and be willing to learn from others before you take the exam. If you need some professional help, get in touch with us. Log on to our website and sign up with us with any of our PT packages. You can also get in touch with us by using the contact form that is pinned in the comment section. Feel free to type out your feedback in the comment section and we will get back to you. If you need any further help with PT, do check out some of our other videos on this channel. That's it from Genesis Learning this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm your trainer Noel, and I will see you next week. Ciao.